going to give it a few moments here to allow people to come in. Okay, we're going to read from the passage, the Crystalline book, Crystalline by Maya Toll, illustrations by Kate O'Hara. The theme in this book and in this passage is lessons in blood. The mysteries lie in your blood. Your mysteries, some of your blueprint, not all of it will you understand until you come to the moment when it's time to utilize it. Yeah. Look at this in sync with the moon phases. Now this book will suggest rituals on the second page. You do not have to do that today. It is mostly about reflecting about the crystal and its message to us, okay? Take what resonates, leave what does not, okay? I'm Natasha with Encompass Awe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey. Let's start by cleansing our energy, beautifuls. Let's start by cleansing our energies. Okay. Yes. Cleansing, aligning, letting go of what was for what now is, and making space for what is to come. Steady peace and love. Your own beautiful radiant presence, centering and grounding. Centering and grounding our own radiant presence. Aligning with what is in our highest form. Welcoming abundance and spirit to come in and be with us. We are saging our energy, our auric field, welcoming in our abundance and the inner wisdoms and outer wisdoms of spirit, and centering. Yes. Avery, yes. Okay, so we are going to focus on the energy being translated, okay? At this time, we are reading about Lessons in Blood, Almandine Garnet, okay? From the Crystal book. What does the message carry? Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Lessons in Blood, Almandine Garnet. Almandine knows your storyline didn't start the day you came kicking and screaming into this world. No, it started a long time ago that the stars have since shifted their course in the sky, and the dust of that day has hardened into stone. Your beginnings are carried in your blood, in the memory created by each DNA mutation and epigenetic tag. Blood is memory, not just your own, but those who came before you. You can ride not just your own, but of those who came before you. You can ride your own blood back to these distant knowings. But more than that, Almandine will help you move and shift that memory, changing what gets carried forward. Sink into yourself, your past, and the present. Almandine whispers, I have a tale to tell you. The flow of your history. Use the waxing and the waning of the energy. This is the part where it will influence you to have a ritual. You can do it or you don't have to do it. Okay? But I am going to share with you what Almandine suggests. Use the waxing and the waning energy of the moon cycle to explore your own lineage. If you need to build your relationship with your lineage, begin at the new moon. If you need to release toxic histories, start at the full moon. You will do both releasing and building no matter where you start in the moon cycle. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Choose where you would like to begin, knowing this exercise will unfold in fullness. Make an Almandine Garnet elixir by placing a glass jar in a bowl of filtered water. Place your Almandine Garnet in the glass jar and set the bowl in the place where it won't be disturbed. Pour out a few ounces of water from the bowl to drink each day of a 28-day moon cycle. Refill the water in the bowl as needed. Pay attention to your dreams, intuition, and body feelings, including illnesses that come to the surface. I'm not speaking that over you in case anybody's looking for that. I don't speak ill will over people, okay? Only wellness, abundance, and wholeness. Okay? Keep a journal to track your results. I journal every day, or at least text myself every morning after having a dream, or check in with my energy. I influence you to do the same, especially to see what is your body speaking, what is your memory speaking, what needs to be heard by you, what needs held space for. Doesn't mean that you focus on that all day, but that you just reflect on it and see if there's a message for you to be taken from it. Hi, Noah. Hi, Royce. Hi, Voxify, is that how I say that? Voxify 345. Thank you for being a top fan. Appreciate you guys. Why can't you put the Almandine directly into the water? Almandine Garnet contains aluminum that your body doesn't need. Also, this method allows you to use a garnet that is set in jewelry. Lean into, this is reflection page that we're reading on. Lean into the lineage. The support of lineage is powerful medicine. It helps you feel stable and supported in a world that can feel topsy-turvy and wavy, yeah? It gives you a sense of community when you're feeling alone, and it allows you to tap into guides who can help you reclaim your wisest self and sense of spirit. I do want to show you, this says Spirit into Matter, this card here, which I have showing on my desk here. Spirit into Matter. So what you are thinking, what you are concerning is manifesting. So be discerning about that. Have some self-control, okay? I know that it can be difficult when patterns are set in stone a little bit, I get it. I'm learning to. It gives you a sense of community when you're feeling alone, and it allows you to tap into guides who can help you reclaim your wisest self and sense of spirit. As you sink into your own ancient history, beginning to understand that it's not just a distant past, but a notched and carved into your DNA. How might you honor and recognize these newly discovered parts of yourself? Hi, bienvenue. Is that how I say that? Bienvenue? 92, 921. Is that how I say that? Thank you for being a top fan. Think about what feels best for you. Honoring your lineage needn't to be solemn. In Japan, the Obon Festival, a celebration of the ancestors, features drumming and circle dances. Dancing is a good way to honor, to reflect, to allow that energy of the ancestors to flow through your body and to remove blocked energies. Just saying. Can you create a bit of a ritual or a movement that might put you into connection with your ancestors? It began in mystery and it will end in mystery. But what a savage and beautiful country lies in between, yeah? The journey. Deanne Diane Ackerman, A Natural Story of the Senses. I want to share with you guys a experience I had in my first ancestral meditation. It was my first and probably one of 2 or 3 meditations I've had on purpose. I felt led to do it 2 years ago, and it was really strong and powerful. So as I went into this ancestral meditation, there was women on the left side and men on the right side, and they were all tribal, different shades of colors. On the left side, there was red. On the women, it was a hue of red, almost as if you could see the aura on somebody. It was just like a shade of red around them and about them and above them and coming from within them. And on the right side, I saw men, and they were covered in blue. The same kind of thing, but a different energy that came with it. And I remembered asking them, why do they feel sad? Why did the ancestors that were visiting me feel sad from the men? And they said that there was contracts signed by men with higher entities, or at least what they saw as higher back then, but they were ones that people don't know they're communicating with. And there was contracts signed that are like bound over men, and that they were grievant of it because it's passed down without anybody even knowing to our sons and culture. And then on women, the red on the left side, they said that the balance was thrown off by decisions on both sides. On the women's side, on the left, and on the right side, the men's side, there was an imbalance of how these need to flow in this world. They said that they would like to ease into their divine feminine and to have some softness, but they feel fierce, and that's the explanation for the red is the fierceness, the bravery, the over-attentiveness, the over-concern, the high alert. That's what they feel. And the men are over here, and they're like, we're trying to have a healthy balance of divine feminine and masculine. We are trying to change the narrative, but it's also hard to communicate with the divine masculine. It's becoming easier. They're showing me that there's a divine masculine, a lot out there in the collective that are wanting to correct some certain things that have been done and allowed. And in the women, there's some divine correction. There's some correction that needs to happen too, where there's, yes, we're risen still. Yes, we're walking in our truth. Yes, we're still brave, but we're also able to rest and be in the softness of the divine feminine, where we're not always on guard. We're not mom and dad. That there's just a correction of a balance that is taking place in this culture. And it's not competition. It should not be competition. And I don't like the word should. It shouldn't be men haven't done this because of this. Women haven't done this, or they're doing too much of this because of this. It needs to be a harmonious working together and separate. And that was it shifted so much in me, the understanding of like a falling away of a balance that is totally necessary in the earth for there to be healthy harmony. Whether you're single or not single, it's almost like not having a harmony between your mind and your heart. That's like chaos. Well, that's what it's like to not have the masculine and the feminine flowing in harmony. And there's secrets, and there is translations and understandings that we're going to receive the more we do ancestral meditations and ritualism. They are waiting to tell us things so that we can greater change our future today and forward, starting with ourselves, starting in our homes, starting in how we raise our children, to know that some of the things that we've been orchestrated and taught were not in order. We're not what's best for our harmony on this planet. I did not know I would be sharing the ancestral meditation, but listen, there's a lot of grief in the fathers and in the the men, and there was a lot of hardness in the women, like hard hearts. The imbalance has caused such a long-standing issue and imbalance in the collective and the masses, and then we've just sewn it down to our children and sewn it down to our children. And I'm not saying there's no good, but I am saying that they were telling me that both sides need work. Inside of us, divine masculine and feminine, inside of us, that balance needs worked on, and separately, like man and female, like in the actual physical of the gender as well. This isn't about blaming anybody at all, but it absolutely is about divine collective correction and reharmonizing intentionally. So, like Diane Eckerman said, it began in mystery and it will end in mystery. But what a savage and beautiful country lies in between. I am excited for you guys to dive into your truth and your divine journey within yourself and some of your gifts. This week has majorly been about gifts being excelled and coming to the surface and increasing. And I absolutely think that's a beautiful thing. I'm going to pull some intuitive tarot on anybody who is here and isn't here, for the collective that is resonating with what we just read. That we are unburying ourselves over time. We're unveiling. We're pulling back the veil of ourself and in truth and in history, and becoming bare before those we allow close and before ourselves, which feels like being naked at times when you're in public or around somebody and you didn't know that you were going to have a suddenly truth about yourself be unveiled, or vulnerability. But vulnerability allows a lot of change and growth. Let's see what the intuitive spirit give us some guidance here. What's the direction, the topic? Protection through intuition. Your intuition shields you from harm. Trust its warnings. Some of you are receiving warnings about people, places, things. Just listen to it, babes. Listen to it. So I'm hearing that some of the things that you're protecting is an abundance that is here for you, a answered prayer, and some people around you don't have your best interest about you, and they know that something's coming towards you, but they don't know that you're getting it for the right reasons, so they're being nosy and projecting an evil eye at you. So cleanse your energy often, maybe salt baths, herbal baths, to make sure that nothing's attaching to you. And that doesn't have to be your enemies, guys. This can be people concerning for you. They don't mean to give you the evil eye. They can care for you, and they're just over worrying, and they're projecting that worry and the fear on you, okay? They can love you very much. Hi Adam. Hi guys. You are divinely protected, but please do listen to your intuition. If you don't feel like going somewhere on certain days, don't. If you can get away with it, like not work, obviously. But like if you're invited to an event and for some reason you feel like you're not supposed to go, you feel like you're going to overshare about some kind of thing that is going good your way, but you know that somebody's actually not happy for you, don't go, or wear an evil eye protection. I don't have, my bracelet's kind of loose and I took it off because I have a baby. But this blue symbol in the middle and down here is your evil eye protection. If you get a piece of jewelry maybe, or hang it in your car, something like that, or keychain, wear that. Intuitive clarity. Let's give us some clarity on this protection. Okay. heart guidance. So, and see, I feel like you have to protect your heart around certain people. I feel like you're having to be guarded around certain people, which should have your best interest, but it's just, and they're not doing it on purpose, but it's just that they have their way of feeling like it's right, something's right for you, and you don't. You don't align with how they feel about you. And so it's kind of offensive for you to be around that kind of energy and presence when you know you're doing just fine. You know that you're in alignment. You don't like being questioned. But that's the kind of thing. Like they're questioning your motives, questioning how you're moving, questioning if you're doing things in the upright position and way, right? But you have this protection in your intuition. Trust your intuition, make moves according to, okay? Take leaps of faith, follow your intuition, and take that encourage your courageous leap of faith. Don't, I repeat, don't wait for people to support you, okay? If you are a spiritual person, which I feel like the person that's involved here is definitely, most definitely, a spiritual individual, you are not going to want to wait for people to cheer for you. Don't wait for people to believe in you, okay? It's not necessary to do that to yourself. Don't minimize your capacity by human mentalities around you and connected to you. You can take advice from people without being absorbed and taking it into you or onto you or carrying that into your decisions. Do that. Use that discernment, okay? So take the leap of faith. Look at her jumping off this mountain into this portal. This portal. You guys realize you are portals, right? Like you call things through to this earth and out into this existence, or through this and out into the, right? Into the atmosphere, back down to the earth. Listen, you have that divine authority. No question about it. You have a divine authority. And you can take faith, leaps of faith, where you feel like you're led to. And guess what? You can also not take leaps of faith. It's up to you. This is you're the main character in this story, right? Divine timing. See, when you feel like you're supposed to jump, you'll jump in faith in these directions. It's funny. Look how this is lined up. I just want you to see how this is lined up. I see like they're both circles. This is how these are sitting on each other. They both have a path through your eye, through your internal wisdom, and divine timing. It's all in sync. It's all in sync. Third eye awakening. Your third eye is awakening, enhancing your intuitive abilities. I know that you are already awakened. Each person on here, no matter what your faith is, no matter what your background is, no matter what your title is, no matter what people call you, no matter what people know or don't know about you, you are awakened, and you've been awakened for a long time. But there is things that Spirit says it's now time for me to share with you. It's now time for me to unveil parts of your mystery, your story. And because you've been faithful and you're like, I'm willing, I'm showing up, I'm here, I'm ready. And you know what? At moments, like most of the time, you're like, I'm ready, I'm ready. And then you're like, oh, no, 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 I'm not ready. I'm hesitant, I'm fearful. And that's okay. You can still make moves in your fear. Like, that doesn't, you can have faith and fear exist in the same time. You can make moves and still feel shaky in your knees. I've done it many times, like when I used to sing in front of people or do dance routines when I was a young teenager, or I used to teach dance and then I would have to put a whole entire recital together. I would get nervous right before. But that's part of the process. It's okay to have fear exist for a moment here and there. That's all right. Just don't live there. Master your mind, master your body, master your spirit. And also what you're eating affects how you feel. What you're eating affects the clarity of your third eye, of your temple mind, okay? Trust your intuitive nudges, okay? Divine timing unfolds in its time. Trust the universe's timing. Yes. You are the magician, okay? You are the magician. You have the masterful mind. You have the wand in your hand. You have the karmic lessons learned. You're not going to have to learn them again. You're not going backwards. Yeah? You've been through all the towers that you needed to go through at this time to take the next steps, to reflect, to not be insecure. You have everything you need. You have everything you need to make and discern and move with the actions you need to, right? Divine alignment, divine timing. I'm going to pull the bottom of these. Chakra alignment. You know, I feel like you often normally have an aligned chakra system. Okay, and you do really well at bringing that back into balance. But like I said, the first card we pulled from this deck, we had protective thoughtfulness, right? Protective energies, intuition. Because when you're around certain people, it kind of throws off your chakra. And they're saying you don't have to allow that to happen. You don't have to allow that. Now, maybe creating a little bit of boundaries for certain individuals in your life so that they can, not so that they can or can't change anything, but just so that your energy isn't affected in your chakra alignment, right? And you can stay on your throne. You can stay on your throne energetically. And this stuff becomes more easy as you practice because you do have abundance. You have abundance here, a feast of abundance. And some people aren't actually your friends, even though they're pretending to be. It could be family. They know something's getting ready to come. Energetically, they know. They can't place words to it or anything, but they know that there's an alignment for you, that there's a abundance, a gift coming to you from the universe that was yours from the beginning. It just wasn't time to get it yet. Maybe because you had people around you that would have taken advantage of it. But now you protect yourself. Now you have intuitive alignment. Yeah. So, congratulations on the increase. Yeah. Affirmations for today. This won't be the only reading. Probably won't be the only reading that I share this affirmation. I'm going to do it on every one of them today, except for my shorts, probably because they're so short. Affirmations. I have everything I need. I am enough. I love all that I am and all that I have. All is well with me and mine. I'm going to repeat that. Hi. Hello, Adam. Thanks for being a top fan. Bienvenue. Thank you for being a top fan. Appreciate you guys. I have everything I need. I'm going to place my hand on my heart because I fully believe it for myself too. I'm working on me too, guys. I am. I'm right there with you. I'm no better, no worse, no nothing like that. I have everything I need. I am enough. I love all I am and all I have. All is well with me and mine. I love being here with you guys. I do, and I appreciate you guys. If you haven't liked and subscribed and you feel resonant with my channel, please like and subscribe and come back and join me. I will be doing another reading very shortly. Maybe right back to back. I don't know. I have to see what's up. My baby is asleep right now. Baby Julius. If you haven't seen him yet, you guys will soon. Okay? For real. His sister's babysitting him right now while he's sleeping. But she's second ma. I call her sis ma. She's 19. My baby's 8 months old. And my son, my older son, is 17. And then I have a bonus daughter. She's 9. So, yes. Love kids, love my babies. And when I say all is well with me and mine, I'm talking about my life partner and my babies and my parents, stuff like that. Whatever it means for you, it will reflect out and back in the universe. So, not only say the affirmations, guys, feel them, project them out there, receive them back, and feel them. Feel these words. One more time, I'm going to say it. I have everything I need. I am enough. I love all that I am and I have. All is well with me and mine. Thank you, guys. See you next time.